Hello everyone and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. My name is Madeline and today I'm going to be reviewing the Tarot of Inspirations. This deck is found on Etsy. I will leave the link below to the shop where I purchased the deck. This deck is absolutely freaking fantastic. It reads beautifully. It has its own Rider-Waite-Smith system and the images are absolutely beautiful. So before I start flipping through, as a matter of fact, I can just flip through. So you know what, no, I'm gonna wait because I would like for you guys to know little details about this deck. First of all, this deck is a little bigger than the Rider-Waite-Smith. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. It's a little bit bigger. This deck was created by Veronica, and the publishing house is Avalon Los Caraballo. And it was published, or this edition is the 2014 edition. It has 78 cards plus 7. Let me see. And I'm reading off the information on the Etsy thing because this deck does not have a guidebook or anything. It's pretty much Rider-Waite-Smith system, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the background of the deck. And the artwork on the deck is artwork that was painted by pre-raphaelites. And the pre-raphaelites, in the description box in her Etsy shop, which is called IRZHI Tarot. I will leave the link below. I don't want to bosh the name. And so she has a list of like the great masters, or whom she calls the great masters of the pre-Raphaelite time. And so let me just get to the review. These cards, when I read with the energy of Mary Magdalene, because I do tap into certain energies, just so that you guys know when I do my readings, I love tapping into energies. And in honor of her, I don't know when you guys are going to watch this video, or whenever you're watching, you could walk through this amazing review in a year from now. But when I'm recording this video, today is June 30. Today is June the 30th, and I'm recording the monthly videos. And so let me just do the flip through as I speak. Let's see. These are the backings. And so in honor of Mary Magdalene, I am doing the readings with this deck because this deck is very much associated. This is not black, by the way. This is a brown. I don't know why it's coming out black, but it's brown with gold on it. Try to take pictures of it so that you guys can see it better. And it's not silver, it's gold. Oh my gosh. This looks hard. I don't know. But anyway, and in honor of her, I am doing the readings with this deck because this deck has the artwork where people associate her more. This is somewhat of the image where people associate Mary Magdalene as. Meanwhile, these paintings are from like the Victorian time. See, I mean, I don't know if this is her, but most of the pictures that you see Mary Magdalene, she has the long red hair. She looks like a Caucasian woman, but the style of clothes that she has on in most of the paintings where she is depicted is from like the 1500s. And yes, so since people put her during that time, or put her image or put an image of her during that time, if you do your research correctly, you will find out that that is sadly the truth, even though she was supposedly, and I'm going to say supposedly not because I don't believe it, but because a lot of people don't believe that she even existed. So out of your respect, or out of respect for you, I'm going to say supposedly she existed in the 1st century, which is in the same century that Yahshua, or as you know him, Jesus Christ, was walking on this earth. So back to this deck. That's the reason why I chose this deck, and she loves it because even if you do not see her as anything else, she's never showed up to me with red hair or as a Caucasian woman from the 1500s or the 1400s. That's never been the case for me. She's always shown up to me as a I don't even know how to say it, like a melanated woman, Ethiopian looking woman. And yeah, it's just a very different depiction of how she shows up to me, or she's always shown up to me. So that's not to say that she won't show up as this red hair woman to you. And the only reason I'm speaking about it in this video is because I want people to know why I chose to purchase this deck. So not to say that she will never show herself as a melanated woman, as a Caucasian woman with red hair to you. That's not the case. She will show up to you as you are comfortable in seeing her, because spirit guides, souls, gods and goddesses will never want to make you feel uncomfortable. So leave this in the back because I want to talk about this. So that's the reason why I chose this deck. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. It is in your face. It's a pretty big deck. As you can see, the colors just come out at you, so the message is just there. Now, it has the words at the bottom, which is the Ten of Swords. The pages are changed to princesses, and the image of the Nine of Swords is an image of the Nine of Swords outside of what most people would think the Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Nine of Cups would look like, or what the image of the card looks like, and you would have 9 cups at the top. Some people would be annoyed by this because they like to see like actual right away imagery. This does not have anything that's esoteric, meaning the you have a head, the wheel of fortune is not going to be there. The symbolism here in the High Priestess is not going to be there. This is the Five of Swords. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm bugging out. The pages stay as the pages. Lord have mercy. See, so the Empress does not have all the symbolism. I mean, the Emperor does not have all the symbolism as the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. And another reason why I love this deck is because of images like this, the Strength. They all look celestial. They all have like this celestial feel to them, even if it's light outside. So you would think that, okay, she's in the nighttime, you can see the stars, you can still see the background of the images on the cards and feel like you are in some divine place or something. And this deck, unlike a lot of other decks, does portray some sort of diversity, just so that you guys know. The kings and queens, if I'm not mistaken, in this deck, I've realized are actual people. Like, for example, they have Henry, I don't know, whatever Henry it was that was associated with like the Boleyn girls, they have that Henry here. They have popes here. This is an actual pope. I don't know which pope it is, but if you look up like kings, queens, and princesses, you can see that the images or the faces actually exist. Look at the world card. Look at that world card. Oh my gosh. They have Temperance, and the Temperance has nothing to do with like the angelic realm, or it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with the angelic realm, so it's a different feel to the deck. They also have like Caesar Borgia on here, which again, some people say that his face was the face they plastered as the first, or one of the first, or here he is. He is the King of Wands here. And this is Caesar Borgia, and his face is the first face that they plastered as the face of Jesus Christ, just so you guys know. There it is. See? Cute. Love her dress. Page of Swords. The Livers. The Magician. Justice. Look at that. And there is nudity in this deck. Look at that. The Star. Now, let's see if I can talk about other things. Oh yes, like these two cards, not these two cards. So they have extra cards such as these two cards, and this is the tabula rosa. I don't know what the tabula rosa is. I'm going to assume, I didn't look it up. I have not looked it up. I've worked with this deck for myself. I've given myself readings, but I have not given anybody else readings. So for the month of July 2016, it's going to be the first time that I give someone a reading with this deck, meaning I'm going to do the general readings with this deck. But I have not studied in depth as much as other people study their every deck and they want to study every detail of the deck. I'm not that type of person. I like the deck to speak to me when it wants to, meaning when it's giving a reading, I like to see the feel of the deck when I'm giving the reading, not when I'm like journaling and trying to dissect it, or trying to dissect every second of it or every symbolism of it, unless it is like the Thoth deck or the Rider-Waite-Smith, only because it has a lot of symbolism. Now these Rider-Waite-Smith clone decks, I don't do that. So it has these type of extra cards, and since it does not have a guidebook, you can read these intuitively. And then it has this happy monkey, and you can read these intuitively also. I don't think this deck has a guidebook, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think this deck has... Actually, I mean, it has like a little guidebook. It has a small pocket-sized guidebook, but... Okay, guys, so I did not bring the pocket-sized guidebook, but it does bring like a little pocket-sized guidebook to this deck. But it doesn't really... It doesn't... I don't remember reading it. It doesn't really... I should have brought the freaking book with me, but since I don't have the book with me, if you decide to purchase this deck, it's a wonderful deck for you to purchase. If you are a beginner or not a beginner, it doesn't matter. You can pick up the deck that you want. You don't always have to stick to the Rider-Waite-Smith clones. You can pick up freaking playing cards if you want to and start divining with those, actually. But this deck is wonderful, and it feels wonderful, and it doesn't feel all feminine and beautiful, and it's very in your face. It's very direct. Not only are the images, let me just continue to flip through just so that you guys can see the other cards, but it's not like they're beautiful. It's not like in your face about it's not mean, but it allows you to understand better. And it doesn't give like all general readings, like a very general direct message as my Druid Craft deck gave to me. It's not that feeling. It's more of like, this is what's going on and you need to face it type of a thing, but nicely, soft. I don't know if you guys would understand that or understand that. It has sirens in it, like mermaids. But yeah, that's just the feeling. It has angels in it. This is the Angel of Death. Six of Wands. So you can look this deck up, and again, I will have the link to the Etsy shop on my description box. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.